Hello, my fellow pipers. The One Simplex One here. And yes, this evening we are here to do a video response for our brother, Michigan Piper. It is his 100 sub contest. And by the way, my brother, congratulations on your engagement. I saw the video. Very nice. Very nice. And yes, we are here to tell a story. A story about a camping trip or a story based on the great outdoors. Unfortunately, at the time, I was a cigarette smoker, so it would have been more exciting if I was walking in the woods in one of these. Mark Twain. But, unfortunately, it's not in the story. So, here he goes. It was around, I believe, back in the 90s. Early 90s, I believe. And my future wife, we haven't gotten married yet. Me and my wife, she was still my girlfriend, and we had just got out of work, and a bunch of the usual people that we used to hang out on the weekends, that we used to hang out and drink and party back then. You know, when we were younger, those wild days. We would like out of the blue, just decide, hey guys, it will be a Friday, and it will be like midday, and we'll get a call, and the guy, one of them will tell us, let's go camping. So we would just go home, pack our stuff, and just shoot out, bust out with the map, because of course we didn't have cell phones at the time, so we'll get the map, and we picked this spot. There was a campground somewhere in Peoria, Illinois. So once we found the destination, I believe it was like a nice crowd. It was probably like maybe like 8 of us. Could have been 10. I can't remember. I mean, it was back in those days, and we all head out. I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 cars, and we all start driving down Peoria, Illinois. Finally, we get to the so-called campground. It was like a little forest preserve type of a thing, but it was close to like home, so it was like near residence and stuff. So not a big deal. I mean, it was in the map, so we got there. Once we got there, we realized we had to walk about maybe a little bit over half a mile with our gear, coolers, tents for the actual campground. So it wasn't you drive off, and then you just we had literally start carrying our stuff. So it took a while, and of course we were hauling all the stuff to the campground. Once we had grabbed like the last thing, and we were like halfway there, before we start setting up tents, we start hearing sirens. What? I mean, sirens like there's something bad coming. Mind you, we already had walked like a half a mile. Or it seemed like a half a mile. Probably was less. It just at the time it seemed like it was a half a mile, and we hurry up and we figure, well, we don't know what's happening, but believe it's gonna rain or what or whatnot, and we start setting up the tents. Oh, by the way, I'm having some coffee from my Craig, or Craig, whatever the machine is called, but it's not the same as the fine coffee our one of our boys out there drink, but nevertheless, it's some good coffee. So sirens start going off. We're dashing to set up the tents, and obviously there's a storm coming. Well, of course we're young, we're in our 20s, and we're like we can face the world, and we just dash, set everything up. All of a sudden, it starts pouring, and we're like, "Oh my God, what have we done?" And it starts thundering. I mean, like the loudest thunder ever. Lightning. I mean, mind you, it got dark, and when lightning struck, you would see. It seemed like it was daylight. I mean, it was pitch dark. And as soon as it struck, luckily, we found this. There was a canopy. It was like an outdoor canopy, and they had a fire, like a fireplace. As soon as we put the tents up, it starts raining. We dash, grab like a picnic table, and we put it close to the canopy where the fireplace was, and hurry up and lit a fire. We spent, I believe it was scary because the storm, and we had there was an incident that, I mean, thank God nobody got hurt, but there was an incident while we were sleeping in our tents that night. I mean, we spent the most of the night drinking and laughing and joking and taking pictures while this storm was happening, but we were under a canopy which gave us shelter, and we had a nice cozy fire. So it could have turned out to be a bad experience, but I believe it was one of the nicest experiences I ever had, and us surviving a storm. The incident I was about to say was that as we were sleeping in the tent, we heard a huge thump. Boom! What had happened, thank God, nobody had a tent under that tree. One of the trunks through the storm fell, and it was next to one of the tents. God, oh my goodness, it was, but it was one of the best experiences we ever had. We were in Illinois, Peoria, and we survived a freaking storm. I mean, a thunderstorm. I mean, it was a bad thunderstorm, but it was one of the best times of my life out in the great outdoors. And of course, I smoked plenty of cigarettes because I was a cigarette smoker back then. Well, my brother Michigan Piper, Chad, I hope this qualifies me. I hope this story was interesting enough. It probably told it kind of lame, but I just want to end with this. Smoke what smoke what tastes good, drink what makes you feel good, and I'll catch you later. And this is the one simplest one. Peace. God bless. Oh, by the way, if you guys are not subscribed to Michigan Piper, please subscribe to him. The guy is awesome. He's cool dude. He's easy in the ears. I'm just kidding, but very swell guy. Very stand up. He's very interesting. So catch him out. He's an interesting character. God bless you, my brother. Peace. Congratulations on your subs, and I'll see you around.